The one short strategy, ladies and gentlemen, the strategy that we can use to ensure what we call daily trades, daily earnings. Okay. And this one short strategy is the new strategy that we are trying to teach as we plan to launch our 90 days on the 1st of January 2022. But before we get there, we want to make sure that everybody that is in our team or everybody that is doing business with us can be able to learn how to do a one-shot strategy. The one-shot strategy is a strategy that is enabled to make sure that you trade today, close the trade today, get your money back to USDT, and trade again tomorrow. In this one short strategy trading system, we are trying to allow people who have big capital to look at what you call money management as one of the major things that are important. You know, in a business, you have people with little capital and you have people with huge capital, right? Now, the two classes are different. Someone with huge capital cannot do things the same way with a person with huge capital. So two are different parameters here and there. And because two are different parameters, someone with huge capital cannot apply the same strategy. Now I see in the house, I want to welcome one of our great leaders, Chief Jatin, all the way from India. Happy to have you, sir. Now, let me now make it clear with emphasis. And I'm going to show you again how it works. We have the one-shot strategy. This is purely for people who have little capital, but they want to receive consistent results. Because yes, it is true we have good copy traders, but these copy traders, if someone doesn't have enough capital to keep trading, even when the market is bearish, I know now the market is trying to be bullish right now, they cannot keep consistently making profit. So now we introduced the one-shot strategy. And the issue with the one-shot strategy, ladies and gentlemen, is to make sure you trade today, close the trade, get back your money in USDT. I was trying to, today I've already set aside $1,000 that I'm going to use because when I was trying to analyze, I realized someone could make $200, $100 every single day if their mindset sits in the one-shot strategy. Even someone who has good capital, if he decides to run a one-shot strategy, can be able to make good profits per day. Now, the reason is that to make sure that our people are receiving consistent profits. To make sure that our people are receiving consistent profits. And that is the reason why we're here, no matter how much capital you are trading. I've seen people trading with $60, making another $50, $60 on a dial basis. So it is possible also. The question is, how does the one-shot strategy work? One, you can do it yourself, right? One, you can do it yourself. That is one. Two, you can receive okay, all right. Just a minute, I'm trying to speak to Coach J. Okay. I'm sorry for my feedback. I'm on the road, right? So let me now, I see Coach J is already in the house, so I'll make him a co-host. And I use only 1 or 2 minutes. Then okay. So like I've said, you can personally run the one shot yourself, or you can listen to the signals that we have, right? Okay, so I will share my screen and look at one of the signals that we are trying to analyze for the day and show you how it works. One, so I come here in the market, I'm going to look at spot wallet. I will look at XLM, stroke USDT. Okay. So if someone gives a signal, right? Maybe he gives a signal to enter XLM as a coin. This is a trade where the bot will buy the first 4 margin calls and sell within the next 2 margin, the next 2, either layer 5, 6, and 7. So when someone gives a signal, for example, to just look at one, I will look at, let me just use an example. Okay, let me use this signal here that was sent. Okay, it's not for today, please. It is CRV stroke USDT. Now your duty is just to copy. If you are new, don't understand how this works, is to copy what you see here and enter it as a trading parameter. That's all you need to do. So what do? You come into your Royalq, right? Make sure you have enough fuel in your asset, which is key. That's 1. 2, make sure your profession edition is on. If you don't know how to switch it on, turn it on, have several questions, answer any. The green tick is the right answer. All right. Then, after I've done that, come here on quantitative. Okay, then you search the coin, CRV. When you search the coin, then you need to put in the trading parameters, right? Now, the trading parameters, as given, take profit. It has what you call the first buy-in amount. You can always adjust this depending on how much capital you want to put into the trade. Okay, so it depends on your capital. Someone may say my first buy amount will be $100. Another one will say my first buy amount will be 50. Another one will say my first buy amount should be 20. Another one will say my first buy amount should be 30. Another one will say depending on your capital and how much money you want to put into the trade. I want also to advise not you to put all your money into the trade. The reason is simple. The reason is simple because you need to have a reserve currency. You need to have some reserve money that that you will use. Okay, if the market doesn't go into your direction. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, it has what you call the open double. When you switch on the open double, you are informing the bot to multiply by 2 whatever it's doing in each trade. Then we have the margin call limits. These are the number of times the bot keeps on buying. Then we have the whole position take profit ratio. Why do we usually look at 1%? 1%, ladies and gentlemen, is a guarantee in the crypto market space. You have a guarantee of making 1% profit. The market may fail to move to have a momentum of 10%. It may fail to have a momentum of 2%, but every single day, the market will make a move percentage at least for 1%. So that's why we look at the whole position take profit being 1.3, then the callback being 0.3, meaning you have made a 1% profit. Okay, so we look at that according to the margin call configurations. It says 1%, 1.3, so we move off 0.3, then you remain with 1%. All right. Then we have the margin call configuration, where the gist of your capital now comes in. The margin call configuration looks at your capital, and that is main purpose. Meaning, ladies and gentlemen, you need it to look at how much you want to invest in this coin, looking at the margin call configuration. For example, when we come and tap on the margin call configuration, for example, in this scenario, if I say when the market goes down by 0.2, the robot should buy ×2, meaning if my first buying amount was $10, right? It means I'm saying ×2. If my first buying amount, ladies and gentlemen, was $50, then ×2, which is 100. So if this is 10, this would be 20, this is another 20, that is 40, 20, that is 60, 20, that is 80, then this is 10, 10, so 80, 90, 100, 110, plus the first buying amount, which was 10. So you look at these configurations and put them as they've been given to you. So you put in as they've been given to you, then make sure the margin calls are 7. Now this is what happens. Since it is a one-shot scenario, I want to repeat, since it's so after you have put in all these configurations, you confirm, then you need to save. Now, after saving, ladies and gentlemen, look at this parameter. I say start the trade at 4.922 and make sure the bot has 5 cells. Now, there is a little bit monitoring on the notifications that you receive. Okay, so if this is 5.147, I can't enter this trade. So we have first present buy in price, where you put in this price here. But even if you don't put it in, but when you look at this here, and it is around that price, that is the right time to enter the market. Next, as I have in Coach Jet take over, ladies and gentlemen, the other thing you need to look at is the strategy mode. Royalq while trading uses 3 major strategies. One is the whole warehouse mode, where we only use to make profit when the robot buys, sells, meaning it completes the cycle. But later, the market could not, sometimes the market could not move to our favor, all right? The market could not move to our favor. So they introduce a sub-sell, meaning the bot can subsidiary sell before it completes the cycle. So make sure it's usually on a submit mode real time. Then immediately after that, you tap on start the trade. Now, what is very paramount, right, is you, ladies and gentlemen, to monitor. Is you, ladies and gentlemen, to monitor. What do you monitor? Ladies and gentlemen, you monitor the cells, right? You monitor the cells. I want to repeat. What do you monitor? You monitor the cells. Let the cells be, if look at this, if here they say that the cells be 5, please make sure they are 5. So how do you do that, ladies and gentlemen? You monitor. So when you receive the notifications, right, into your Royalq, I know most of you receive the messages, even when you are busy. When someone sends you a message, you usually check. So Royalq will give you a notification that we have bought, that we have sold. So what do? Check on the sale and count how many are they. For example, for this coin, they said they should be 5. Now the answer is simple. Once you see, you count, let me say it was hot coin, and I say 1. So now the buys, okay, let me say it was link. I count if there are 5, I say. Okay, let me see, most of these are buys. Okay, I say now 1, 2, all right, those are sells. Then I come here and I say 3, 4. Now immediately I see the 4th sell. I put this coin in one shot, cancel the margin call, and immediately and instant, ladies and gentlemen, the bot will sell this coin and return all our profit back to USDT. And that's what we call the one-shot strategy. Now, it doesn't mean you can only follow the signals that are provided. You can also, ladies and gentlemen, do a one-shot coin for yourself, right? You can also do a one-shot coin for yourself if you are not comfortable with the signals that are provided and be able to make profit. But if you follow the one-shot, at the end of the day, you'll have made profit. So it is called daily trades, daily earnings. So you get the one shot, put it there, and at the end of the day, all your money returns back to USDT, especially people with little capital. If you have good capital, I want to encourage you, 30% of your capital, let it go for a sync strategy. 30% of your capital, let it go for a sync strategy. 30% of your capital, let it go in for what we are calling personal trades. and remain yourself with at least 40% or 60% for the manual replenishment if the market doesn't go into your favor. Without delay, today is not my day. I just want to use only 30 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me invite a crypto trader, a gentleman that is very good in analyzing the market, a gentleman that is a V3 by rank that has helped so many people jubilate success, but most importantly, become skilled into the crypto market space. This gentleman is a coach to many. Most importantly, has also been into the network marketing industry for the last 12 years, meaning with experience. Allow me invite a gentleman with good experience into the trading system that is going to be sharing with us today. But before I go off the audio, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to wish you an amazing Merry Christmas. I will not wish you a Happy New Year because after Christmas, I'll be back here, I believe, to wish you a Merry Christmas. As you become happy and jubilate, I want you to be conscious about your life. Make sure you stay into your house more times than ever. Why? Because we are going to make sure you make a lot of money, and Christmas will be every single day. So as you celebrate, ladies and gentlemen, please reduce your excitement. Make sure, remember, your health is important to us, and we still need you so that we don't lose you into as many people get into excitement all over the world. And if we do so, I believe next year we shall be here. Even after the Christmas season, we are going to be here and maximize profits with you day in and day out. And if you're out of the 90 days program, I want to warn you, you are going to be missing out on a new project next year where we are looking at creating a minimum of 50 people who are making $1 million by the end of the year 2021. So during this time where we are teaching you to manually trade for yourself, please be there, attend with us, let us learn with you. And the Queens of Royalq, you have introduced a night program to also emphasize this point day in and day out. God bless you and welcome back to you, Coach Jay.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're listening to from, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, what a great time to be alive. I'm so blessed. I'm too blessed to be stressed and young to complain. Too young to complain, ladies and gentlemen. Lovely to have you here. This is Coach Jay from Cape Town, South Africa. And as you guys can hear, my voice is a bit scruffy because I stayed up until after 3 a.m. this morning and had about a few hours of sleep. I'm not too worried about that because I know my robot was doing the business. My team was doing the business. The robots of my team was doing the business for me. So very, very excited about Royalq. I hope you guys are excited as well. If you're new to the call, please go ahead and raise your hand. If you're new to the call, raise your hand. If you're not raising your hand, then that means that everyone on the call is old members, which means you are biltong, but you're not tried out fully yet. So there's 2 people new to the call, but these are active members. I see it's Selma, it's Emil, it's an iPhone user. When you come to Zoom, guys, it's good to market yourself. It's good to market yourself. Put your nickname there like Beauty Queen. Put your nickname there like Bitcoin Soweto. Put your name there like Chief Jatin. Put your name there, ladies and gentlemen. Rename yourself so that when you come to Zoom call, people know who this is on the Zoom. And guess what? Your people that you're inviting to the call, they look up to you. They can actually see, okay, my goodness, the person that invited me here, name and surname is here on the call. And yeah, it's exciting to see that there's more than one hand. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. All right? I didn't say that. A multi-billionaire by the name of Mr. Warren Buffett said that. Right? You guys are familiar with that phrase. Okay, so somebody in one of the groups earlier on said something very profound, and I just want to find that image. It says, and this is a V2 member. I don't know if he's on the call. He's probably sitting next to Leader Julius as we speak. He's also from Uganda. He's my brother Abel, or my brother Abi, he's most probably sitting next to Julius, and he's smiling right now because I'm making mention of him. I don't know. But he said something very profound. Any money that is not making you more money will end up costing you money. You guys hear that? Any money that is not making you more money will end up costing you money. Now, as it stands, it's Christmas Eve, yeah? People are ready to get the unwrapping of the Christmas presents and light the candles, etc., etc. I know this even though in my culture I do not celebrate Christmas, but I have people in my family that celebrate Christmas, and I know it's a joyous time and everyone's excited. But it's not that exciting if you don't have any money to spend on your relatives or any money to spend on yourself. Yeah, so we've been going through a difficult time, ladies and gentlemen. We understand that. And everyone around the world is just looking for another option, looking for an opportunity to make more money with their money. And the more we learn, the more we're going to earn, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited because you can see, if you go to the Crypto Bubbles app, you can see that there is Christmas hats all over the different cryptos available for us to purchase. And if you look on the Crypto Bubbles app, you can view the top 100 coins on Binance, and you can view the top 100 coins on other exchanges as well. And that's a very good tool that you can use in your arsenal in order to make sure that when you're shooting, you're shooting to kill. And when we're saying buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the fucking dip, buy the dip, buy the fucking dip, we actually really mean that. There's a term that we use, BTD or BTFD, buy the dip or buy the effing dip. We get excited about this, ladies and gentlemen, because those bubbles that were red 3, 4, 5 days ago, most of them now are green, right? So you can make money in this Royalq business with as little as $10. You can make money with as little as $20, $30, etc., etc. But it all just depends on what it is that you are after, right? There's people that has come into the business that have been making 2 American cents per day, 20 American cents per day, $20 per day, $200 per day. And the main things that stand out, the reason why each one's earnings aren't the same, of course, is because of a few things that you need to keep in mind. And if you have a notebook and pen, I always say, if you come to a Zoom call, have a notebook and pen so you can take notes and write this down. Right? It's very, very important, because the more you learn, the more you're going to earn. So these few key factors that affect your daily profits is, number one, your capital. I remember I said you don't need to have a major capital to get started, because you need as little as $10 to execute the trade. And if you can make 1%, 1% is better than no percent. And if you leave as little as $10 in your bank account, at the end of the month, your fiat currency bank is going to charge you a service fee and anyway take money from you, instead of putting money on top of your money as much as you would get in the cryptocurrency market. So of course it goes without saying, ladies and gentlemen, that if the money that you have is not making more money for you, then that's dead money. You want to keep your money moving all the time to make the most money. And that's why we say compound interest is one of the wonders of the world. So thank you all to everybody that has joined us on the call today. Thank you to everyone that have raised their hands. I know it would be a great idea if we can have at least 100 or more participants every single morning, because it's on the morning calls that people are alert, alive, awake, and enthusiastic. They're not as tired. But those who are committed will have at least 4 hours of sleep, because rich people don't sleep for 8 hours a day, yeah? And neither does our robot sleep. Our robot does not sleep. So that being said, the key factors that influence your daily profits would be, number one, your capital. Because of course, the more leverage you have, the more capital you have, the more leverage you'll have. The more leverage you'll have, the easier it will be for you to exchange your money in your Binance or your UB or your Coinbase. Because the minimum that you can trade in Binance is $10, and the minimum you can trade in UB is $5, and the minimum you can trade in Coinbase is $10. Each exchange having its own fee, each exchange having its own maker and taker fee in the spot wallet. So when the trade is being executed, buying and selling, there's a certain fee that the exchange charges you. And for this reason, it is imperative to understand that you need to have a little bit of extra money in the exchange's native token or native coin. That would be the BNB, the UB token, which is the popular ones that are being used before Coinbase was introduced. And each exchange, each centralized exchange has its own native token or coin that is doing exceptionally well. Doing exceptionally well based on the amount of users that are passing their money through the system every minute of every day. Okay, so capital is king. You ask anyone in my team, they will tell you that yes, capital is king, especially the ones in my team that are able to make $20 a day, $30 a day, $200 a day, and so forth and so on. If you want to make some good money and you don't have enough money of your own to take out of your pocket and put into the system, then allow your money to make more money for you, first and foremost, and use that money to make more money and keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again. But then if you don't have much money to start off with, then of course it goes without saying that your network will determine your net worth. The bigger your team, the better the results. And when everyone is duplicating successfully, you wouldn't have to worry about not earning any money, because now you get to do what rich people do, and that is leverage people. If you cannot leverage money, right? So that's the main thing, that one of the main things, rather I should say, that affects your profits, which is your capital. And the second, actually it should be the first and most important thing for everyone to understand. The main thing that affects your profits is in fact the market. And if you don't understand the market, and you don't understand the different cycles that the market goes through, then you're going to be panic mechanic. Okay, you're going to be stuck there in this investment with a whole lot of fear, and your psychology, your mindset is not going to be on the right track. So there's just an image I'd like to share with you guys quickly. For those who leave the call, sorry to say, you're missing out on some valuable information. You can see, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call the Wall Street cheat sheet. It's a psychology of a market cycle. So usually around this time, December, Christmas, going into the new year, it's hella bullish. And that's the time you want to take out some good money and put it into the system, put it into crypto, invest into some good IDOs, invest into some good ICOs, invest into some good projects that have good use cases, invest into some great NFTs, invest into some great metaverse tokens, invest into some great Web 3.0 coins and tokens, etc. But that's got absolutely nothing to do with Royalq. Royalq is so easy, ladies and gentlemen, that once again, you can set your parameters in such a way to your choice based on your capital, and it will make money for you on a daily basis. So this is a cheat sheet. And in the beginning, people believe a digital currency is something that's not tangible, something that we as people give value. They didn't believe that it can go from zero to $60,000-$70,000 each, which is Bitcoin. It was created by somebody by the name of Satoshi Nakamoto. So if you have one Bitcoin since 2016, and it was about 13,000 or 15, 16,000 Rand each per Bitcoin, you kept it until now, that very same Bitcoin would be between the value of just over $50,000, if not more, depending on the market, right? But your one Bitcoin will always still remain one Bitcoin. And if you have a little bit less than one Bitcoin, then you call those Satoshis. You don't call it a full Bitcoin, you call it Satoshis or sats, as we would call it in the cryptocurrency trading industry, sats. So there was this belief, and then it started to increase because more people were a bit intrigued about it, they were curious, and then there was a bit of hope that started to develop, and the price started to recover. And then there was some optimism. People are saying, wow, this is really real. We can make money with this thing that was first zero. And now, because it's a decentralized cryptocurrency distributed on the blockchain, and nodes are filling up on the blockchain. And these are all technical terms that I'm using that has quite a bit to do with Royalq, but it's not as complicated when it comes to making money with Royalq. The belief started to come about, and people said, wow, this is a thrilling feeling, I will buy more. And yes, everyone goes ahead and buy because they have FOMO, they have fear of missing out. Some people buy at the very top here. Some people buy at the very top because they can feel that sense of euphoria coming from the person that told them about Bitcoin, or they saw it on the news, saw it on the TV, they saw it being advertised on a billboard, on a pamphlet, wherever the case may be. And then that person that bought over here, he said, came down here to the bottom and he said, oh my goodness, what's happening with my Bitcoin? I just spent $10,000 on Bitcoin and my $10,000 is now $8,000. Ladies and gentlemen, if we cannot hold, we cannot be patient, which is 80% got to do with trading, then you'll never be rich in your life in crypto. And so people came here and the market dropped and they're like, oh my goodness, there's some complacency. We just need to cool off and just see how things are going in the market. And there was boom, Bitcoin going down even more, and anxiety started to develop, and people were in denial. And my investment with other great companies, they will never not have my back. And people were panicking. Oh my goodness, why didn't I leave my money in my fiat currency investment? And people were angry, and they just let the emotions get the best of them. Some of them crashed their car. Some of them were homeless because they sold their house, they sold their car, the cars to buy Bitcoin. But they didn't know what they were doing. They just were like sheep. They flocked together and they followed the first person that got in. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's not usually investors that get rich in crypto. It's actually early adopters that get rich, yeah? The people that started here when other people didn't believe. And the same applies for you guys on the call, relating this to Royalq. You guys are in this business at a good time, at the right time, because you started ahead of most other people in the world, in Royalq, not just in Royalq, but in cryptocurrency as well. But people don't understand this here. The people only want to see money, 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 yeah. The market is going up, yeah. That's when you guys want to get excited. That's when you guys want to post things in the group. When in actual fact, this is where you should get excited, ladies and gentlemen, this year. When everyone is feeling fear, when everyone is feeling, when everyone is contemplating, when everyone is in denial, everyone is panicking, that is when you must buy more. So when you're buying more, you actually give yourself a better chance in the market. And when the market picks up again, oh my goodness, you're going to be so happy, because you'll soon understand why we say, we make a lot of money in the bullish market. So in order for people to believe in our system, first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, there's no secret to success, but there is a system to success. And we have the system right here at Royalq. In order for people to believe in our system, we need to promote it. We need to promote ourselves. We need to market and promote ourselves in such a way whereby we create a sense of belief. But if we don't have the right mindset and create a sense of belief first and foremost in ourselves, how are we going to pass that information, knowledge, and experience to other people? And we know for a fact that people want to see a testimony first from you before they join. Well, I say bullshit. I say sorry for my language. I say that that's bullshit because when you were born and when I was born, when Leader Julius was born, nobody, the doctor didn't tell his mother that he's going to be VIP 5 in Royalq at the age of, not mistaken, 27, 26. I'm not too sure how old or young he is. But nevertheless, we're too blessed to be stressed. And the doctor didn't say to us, to our mothers, that we're going to be exceptional network marketers. We're going to be able to communicate effectively. We're going to be able to do this, that, and the other. Nobody ever just became an expert at anything once they were just born. No leader was just born. Leadership is developed. And of course, just having the right mindset in order to promote this business is what is going to get you ahead. Nothing stopping you from using my testimony, using Leader Julius's testimony, and speak of the people that actually came before you so that you can grow your business. I mean, your business is growing, you're happy because you're making money, you're able to withdraw that money in 30 seconds, and you're able to compound that money, use that money to make more money. So it all starts in the mind, Mindset is key, is king. So when you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. And if you see yourself developing the necessary skills for this business, then you need to minimize your expectations. Because the reality is that, yes, not only does success require hard work, but it requires you to think of necessary solutions, have a necessary strategy to tackle those problems, and not worry too much about the setback, because the setback is in fact preparing you for a major comeback. So along the way to success, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be failure, there's going to be challenges, there's going to be obstacles, but you need to figure out the way on how you're going to overcome those problems, those setbacks, those failures, those challenges, those obstacles on the road to success. It's not all sunshine and roses. There's a lot got to do with cryptocurrency. Many people just think, oh my goodness, this early investor, he got into a certain cryptocurrency, made him a lot of money, bought himself a Lambo, bought himself a double story, and life's good, But then you find those people in the industry that understand that this business is not a get rich quick business, even though it can make you stinking rich. If you get into a project at the right time with the right amount of money, then of course you will have good enough leverage. So you can work hard, but if you don't work smart, you'll work for the rest of your life, yeah? Of course, working smart requires us to make money while we sleep. So if we're not making money while we sleep, we're going to work until we die. And a year from now, you'll wish you had started today. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I did not need my personal testimony before I started promoting the business, because I promoted the business to like-minded people. I promoted the business in the beginning to people who I know are interested in learning more about crypto. I promoted the business to people who I know who are interested in multiplying their money. Even my 1-year-old son right now on my arms is multiplying his money. And so by the time that he's 18 years old, he'll have a good credit rating because he has his own bank card, and he'll be able to invest into more assets and so forth and so on. So we don't necessarily need to work hard, but working smart is important. And that's why you're all here on the call today. Now, I don't want to ramble on and on and on and on and on, but I want to let you guys know that your bank, even though this may seem unbelievable, but in 1 year, your bank would never ever in your lifetime be able to give you the percentages that Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency can give you. And this is what the earning potential is like with the Royalq. As a VIP 2, you can earn between $10 to $50 per day. As a VIP 3, $50 to $500. VIP 4, $500 to $1,000. VIP 5, $1,000 to $4,000. VIP 6, $5,000 to $10,000. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? There's people on this call right now that is earning this type of money as we speak, either based on their capital or based on the network marketing ability. But more especially so, ladies and gentlemen, you do not require the ability to do this business effectively. What is important is that you develop 3 things, which is your mindset, your skill, and have a strategy. And of course, nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. So if you're positive, you have a positive attitude, and you you're letting that positive vibrations out there, people are going to feel naturally attracted to you and they're going to ask you, please start more, and so forth. Somebody from Nigeria, Mr. James Emakara, can come into the business and say, you know what, I'm sick and tired of getting scammed. I'm sick and tired of sending my money to a third party. And I'm going to work so hard that I can become the first African VIP 6 in the business, whereby I'm earning nothing less than $2,000. Yes, you heard me, $2,000 per day. Now, if $2,000 for somebody in Nigeria isn't life-changing, then I'm pretty sure that that same $2,000 per day wouldn't be life-changing for somebody from India, wouldn't be life-changing for somebody from South Africa, even for that matter, even Uganda. So the fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, this guy over here, he told himself that is enough is enough. He's going to add some capital and he's going to use that money to make some more money. But more importantly, he's going to work so hard that he can get to V6. And he's a V6 member now. And imagine how many naira he's earning. The naira that he's earning on a daily basis is like, he can go stay in one of those nice double, triple stories that they have in a few of those nice cities in Nigeria. Okay. So the main important thing, ladies and gentlemen, your earnings, your profits be determined by the market. And in the market, you have different people, buyers and sellers. You have people with weak hands. You have people with weak emotions, and you need to know who's in control. But that's why you have us, guys. You have us in the groups. You just need to pay attention so that attention can pay you, because it's free. It's free to pay attention. And of course, once you have the necessary information, you can leverage on that information and you can understand that we want to let you buy when buyers are in control. And you don't have to sell yourself, because that's what the robot does for you. All that you simply need to do is set the trading strategy, set the trading parameters, and the robot will sell for you, never at a loss, without any emotions. And so the robot in actual fact has what we call diamond hands. You buy the dip, he or she buys the dip, whichever you want to call your robot, a woman or a male. I call my robot a female, because my robot just takes my money all the time, just uses it. But then brings it back to me, and make sure that when it does bring that money back to me, it brings me back profit. So that's why we say rounded bottoms pay the bills. If you're a crypto trader, you know what I mean. Rounded bottoms pay the bill. Pay the bills. So when there's a breakout, the robot will trade the breakout and bring you back profits. And so where the focus goes, the energy flows. And so key things to note, ladies and gentlemen, is that your profits, once again, is determined by not only the capital that you have, but more especially so the market. And also lastly, and most importantly, because all three of these things should be number one on the list. There's no specific number or order, because capital is king. The market will humble you. The market will determine how much profits you're making. And guess what? We are all part of the market. So the more we encourage more people to come into the market, the more value we give different cryptocurrencies. And Royalq does not trade what we call shit coins. Royalq trades only the mainstream top cryptocurrencies on the market. That is in fact going to give a good return, at least between 10 to 30% on average per month. But if you don't want to settle for 10 to 30% per month, nothing's stopping you from making 50% in 3 days or 50% in 1 week. There's people in the groups, if you're taking note and you're paying attention, that will tell you that yes, when they started trading AV or AVE, they were able to bag over 30% in the space of a few days, because they had a goal, they had a plan. They knew that the robot was going to execute trade orders. So the plan was already set in advance based on the trading strategy, because there's strategy confirmations that the robot doesn't just buy the highs. The robot will never buy the highs. The robot will only buy the dips. And then, of course, the big data mathematical algorithms doesn't even need to keep in touch with the global affairs. So the only thing that you need to do is know yourself. And for this reason, many people fall into FOMO trading. They have a fear of missing out because they don't want to lose out because the next one is making more profits than them, etc., etc. And for this reason, these 5 pointers are very, very important. So remember I said your profits is determined by what? By your capital, but more especially so the market. And then, of course, it goes without saying it's all you. So if you are properly engaged and the doors of your business are open, then you're going to make some good money here in the business, But you need to keep these 5 pointers in mind so that you don't fall into FOMO trading, fear of missing out. And for that reason, you want to have a reasonable amount of capital so that you can cover the shortfalls should the bot not be able to buy the short positions, because that's what the bot does. The bot buys the short positions and closes the highs as long as it's more than 1%. Right, as Leader Julius was explaining to you guys earlier on. And so cryptocurrency, ladies and gentlemen, happens to be number 1 on the risk pyramid, right at the top of the risk pyramid, because it's highly volatile. But the higher the risk, the higher the reward, yeah? Savers or losers. Bonds, yes, you can make some money on bonds. Yes, property, you can make some money on property. Stocks, yes, you can make some money on stocks. But crypto is just wow. So if you're doing all 5 of these things, you're a good investor. But if you want to be a trader, cryptocurrency trader, then you need to categorize yourself as to what kind of trader you are, or what kind of investor you are. Right? So in this cryptocurrency space, there's 3 types of people. These are number 1, investors. Number 2, traders. And number 3, gamblers. Now, I don't really need to go into detail about who an investor is or what an investor is. You guys are all on the call. You guys are investors, right? You are using money that you have maybe saved, set aside, that you can afford to risk, that you can afford to lose. Because yes, let me tell you that cryptocurrency can go from $3 to $31,000, and from $31,000 you can go even back to $1 or $0. That is or zero. That is cryptocurrency market. But you take the chance, you take the risk, so that you don't lose the chance. Right? So investors are investors, as you all know, just like myself and yourself, everyone else on the call. And a trader, if you're a trader, then there's 3 types of traders. You get a scalp trader, you get a day trader, and you get a swing trader. And if you don't understand these 3 types of traders, it's important to DYOR, do your own research. And that is what has helped me to become more knowledgeable about the system, to become more knowledgeable about trading and so forth, because YouTube can be your greatest teacher. But then also pay for information, ladies and gentlemen. Pay to be taught. Invest in yourself. Pay yourself first. So when you get your salary at the end of the month, the first thing that you should actually do is pay yourself first. Don't get caught in the mindset of a consumer and pay your bills first. Pay yourself first by investing into assets that is going to make more money for you and then pay your bills. So some people would rather go out there and strike the jackpot, and they'll earn some good money, and they go buy them a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, G63, and then they don't even have enough money for petrol to put in that G-Wagon. Yeah? So that at the end of the day becomes a liability. So why not first buy property that can generate the passive income for yourself, and use that passive income to buy the G-Wagon and still have enough money for petrol. So it's all about priorities in this business. Wherever you invest, there's a risk versus reward balance, yeah? So before I go on and on and on, ladies and gentlemen, I can talk the entire day about cryptocurrency and how to do a spot trade and what's important when it comes to buying the dip, what to look out for when it comes to technical things, etc., etc. But you need to be mindful, ladies and gentlemen,
that if you're going to be a gambler in this industry or in this business, that's all on you. As for myself, I see myself as an investor and a trader because I want to be making calculated risks. Yeah. So yes, it's not expensive to get informed. You only have to pay attention. So with that being said, I did see that there was somebody on the call that we can help set a strategy for. Let me just see if that person is still on the call. Nomsa, are you there? Nomsa Matiso, welcome to the call, my dear. We were on a call till early hours of the morning. Nomsa, if you're there, please go ahead and unmute yourself so that you can start sharing your screen and so that we can set your strategy for you. Please do not be shy so that everyone can see how we can go about making some money in the business.
Okay. Morning, everyone. I think I'm still a bit.
That's fine. That's fine. After the call, you can go and rest, knowing that with peace of mind, knowing that your robot is going to make some money. So please go ahead, feel free, share your screen so that we can jump right into it. I've given you permission to share your screen. And at the same time, I will go ahead and make you the co-host. Guys are excited. Let's make some money here on Christmas Eve, yeah? Okay, can I make you the co-host? Because I am co-host. So that's fine. I still gave you permission to share your screen, Omsa.
Yes, I'm looking. Where I'm going to share.
So you tap on yes, you tap on share, and then you scroll down to where it says screen, and you tap on screen, and you would have successfully started.
Okay.
Start sharing your screen. Perfect.
Should I just start or what?
Yes, start now. Tap on start now, please. There you are. Wonderful. Excellent. So now access your Royalq app, please.
Right. Let me go and get my glasses because I think I'm.
All right.
I didn't think I was going to be asked to do anything. I thought, let me wake up and come to the call. So
I surprised you now.
Oh.
All right.
You did. You actually did.
Excellent.
You did.
That's the best way we learn. That's the best way we learn. When we get put on the spot, ladies and gentlemen, we get out of our comfort zone. Ladies and gents, don't stay in your comfort zone because nothing grows there, yeah? Always do your best to step out of your comfort zone. So that when you're stepping out of your comfort zone, you get the opportunity to step into something called the high performance zone. So you can go ahead and get your...
How do I get it now?
All right. All right. Now stress. So you can see at the bottom of the screen, it says stop annotation on the bottom left. Do you see that in blue?
Yes.
Tap on that blue section there where it says stop annotation. There you go. Now go to your Royalq app.
Right. Oh, dear. See, my daughter is asleep now because she said, you kept me awake all night. What do you expect?
She's going to be happy when she sees mom's pot is making some money. All right. So now I just wanted to confirm with you, Nomsa, if you remember, how many dollars do you have in your Binance exchanger as we speak?
Oh dear. No. From I can't remember. No, I can't remember.
Are you able to check?
Yeah, I'm switching on my laptop. That's the thing we had. So I was thinking this morning I'm gonna go and buy them, but I'm switching on now. She's the one that's quick to switch from this one to that one, this one to that one.
Okay, look, no pressure. No pressure. If you are patient, then we can always continue when Musa is awake. We don't have to do this. We don't have to do this right now. It's fine. So I'll go ahead, and I don't want to put you under pressure once you be.
Okay, so I can get into my Royal IQ.
I'll stop sharing your screen for you for now, and then
yeah, we can definitely continue when Musa is awake, because it would be a good idea as well for her to do it with mom. Ladies and gentlemen, if you were born before the internet, make sure that you have somebody next to you at all times, or if not at all times, at most times, or majority of the time. Make sure you have somebody that's next to you that was born after the internet as well. With all due respect to everyone on the call that has been born before the internet, there is no excuse as to not to make money in the business. So yeah, it's all about, getting excited when it comes to the doings of the doings, right? And so with
Yeah.
that being said, no problem. With that being said, I want to see maybe if I can find a quick video for you guys.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So this video is sent on the 7th of November. I don't know what exactly the video was all about, but let me see it in the chat.
Okay.
I was showing the group and everybody about how to go about doing your manual trading. Yeah, perfect. So what I do is, guys, when I'm trading on the Royalq, yes, I look on my chart and I have half of the screen open on my chart and the other half open on the Royalq. And so this is a 1-minute video just explaining the trade setting.
Right.
Okay, so you can see I tapped on the coin. You get into the coin. And you can see there's a current price there. I'll just show you the sound. I don't think there's any sound in this video. But the current price is always going to be available for everyone to see. And then once you start the trade, you'll be able to see the average price. But now, because there's no position amount, you need the robot to buy a position in the market for you. So whether you're going to start at $10 or $15 or $20, whether you're going to have 7 margin calls or 5 margin calls, you need to set a limit. You also need to set the whole position take profit ratio, depending on how much percentage you'd like to take from the market, and save it. After saving it, you tap on one shot.
Okay.
And that would mean that you're actually going to be able to take 2% of either $15 or $15 multiplied by 5. Do you guys get that? I hope you guys get that. It's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. If you spend some time with the app and you're engaged, you simply need to decide how much capital you want to put into the market. And usually we say use 10% as your first buying amount of your capital. So if you're trading with $100, use $10 as your first buying amount. And you can either make 5 margin calls, or you can make 6 margin calls, 7 margin calls. You can even make 1 margin call, so that the robot doesn't buy any more after that. So in order for you to get profit in the market, you need to get a position in the market, meaning that you need to have a first buy-in amount, as you guys can see. So you can change it anywhere from multiples of 10 and above. The margin call limit would be the amount of times that you would like the robot to buy. In multiples of 15, the whole position take profit ratio would be the percentage that you'd like to take from the market. After setting those simple settings, you can click on one shot and you can simply stop the margin call or allow the margin call to continue. You guys can see there's cycle, sell, buy, and stop margin call in strategy mode. So you will stop the margin call if you don't want the robot to buy any more of the dip. So you can actually go into a trade with $100 once off, put it on one shot, stop the margin call, and tell the robot that you don't want it to buy anymore. You just want it to buy once off $100, because we know that based on the signal that you're going to receive, the profit that you can acquire from that signal can be anywhere between 1.3% to 5.9% to 6%. We know this because we've analyzed the market and we told you how many times the robot can sell for you. So based on your first buy-in amount and the profit that you manually set, you put it on one shot. And the reason why you put it on one shot is so that the robot can close your whole position. Yeah? But now if you don't put it on one shot and it's on cycle, when the robot buys, it may not first buy and then sell, buy and then sell, buy and then sell. consecutively or continuously like that, it may have to buy 5 times or 6 times first before it can sell. And that's when you should get excited. Not be negative when you see your balances are depleting in USDT. Your money is not going away. Your money is just being invested by the bot into crypto in multiples of 10, 15, 20, 30, whatever the case might be, based on your margin configuration. Okay. So when I look at the trading chart, I want to look for bullish movement. Can you guys see on this FTT coin at the time that it was posted on the 7th of November? In the 1 minute time frame, there's been some bullish movement. So if I got into there where I circled, I'd have made some good profit. But you need to know what you're looking for. You need to know who's in control. Are the buyers in control or the sellers in control? You need to know what kind of candles you're looking at. That's if you want to focus here on the chart. But you don't need to be like us that are focusing on the chart, because we know in the next 4 hours there's a strong uptrend. And on these signals, you can actually get up to 20% from one trade, one shot. Look at that. You get different time frames on your chart, and you can see yourself in an uptrend. And that $63, $63.51 of FTT at the time grew by plus minus 8.13% in the space of 24 hours or less, depending on when you get into the trade. And so we tell you when to get into the trade, because you set within your Royalq bot, you set what we call a what? A first preset buy-in amount. You preset the buy-in amount to make the robot understand and realize that you want it to buy that specific crypto at that specific price. And when it reaches that specific percentage above the average price, then it's going to give you that percentage at which you have set, or the percentage at which we have told you to set. So it's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. And for this reason, we need to understand the working principles of the bot. So let me copy and paste this so that people can get some mind. So dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging is a strategy to bring down the average entry price of a trading position. Due to the Royalq limitations in sync strategy, we will need to manually apply dollar cost averaging from time to time. Did you guys hear that? You will need to keep your hands on your bot and manually apply this dollar cost averaging from time to time, because this is fully dependent on the number of call margins of the coin. Now you can actually take your call margins from 1 to 30 and above. You can put it on however many times that you'd like to put it on, based on your capital. So if you only have $100, the maximum amount of margin calls that you can have effectively is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100. So that's 10 margin calls, meaning that you can allow the robot to buy $10 at a time in multiples of 10. You also want my attention? Come. And that's a dollar cost averaging is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it will allow you, or rather it will allow the bot, based on your capital, to buy in multiples of 10, 15, 20, whichever you set your buy-in amount at. Now, everyone's entry price is different. Yeah? See, people like my group. I think I should start sending out some invoices. Right, so everyone's entry price is different from one another due to the different time of market entry. So when I start, it's a different time to when Julia started. When Julia starts, a different time to when anyone else on the call has started. And that means that the market is different. So you need to apply a different strategy based on the health of the market at the time. So everyone's entry price is different from one another due to the different time of the market entry. Hence why it is crucial that we monitor this ourselves. We will be applying dollar cost averaging by changing strategy mode of the coin. How and when we should be doing this will be explained in the details below. So this is one of the circles, ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the most popular circles on the Royalq because he has quite a few people following him, and that's called the QQ circle. So if I tap on that link there, and you are DYOR doing your own research, they're actually explaining here the different strategy modes. Aha, Coach A, thank you for this information. It's free. So the strategy mode is here. It tells you, ladies and gentlemen, what is a whole warehouse mode? It sells the entire position as a single order. What is a sub-bin mode? It divides and sells the position as multiple orders. First to the fourth call as a single order, and fifth call onward will be sold separately as individual order. But now what we need to be mindful about, ladies and gentlemen, is that each strategy or each circle leader has their own investment table based on the capital that you have and based on the amount of buy-ins that you can do, or rather based on the amount of coins that you can own using the strategy. So we profit from the sub-sell that will be used to bring down the average price of the total position. Using what? Dollar cost averaging. Profit will not be realized until the entire position is sold. Sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. You guys are probably wondering about what is these three different strategy modes that I'm seeing here, because I'm just being told to put it in sub-bin mode, but I don't actually quite understand what sub-bin mode is. It's here. So divide and sell the position as multiple orders. First to fourth call as a single order, and fifth call onward will be sold separately as an individual order. Profit from the sub-sell will be realized immediately and calculated in your revenue details. So what I do is, because I love sharing information with people, I copy this here on Telegram, I click on the image, I click on the three dots at the bottom left-hand corner, I tap on WhatsApp, I come here to WhatsApp, and I share it in the WhatsApp group. Now, whoever reads, whoever pays attention is going to get paid. Let's focus and concentrate, says Don Wazzy. All right. So as I was talking about dollar cost averaging, this is important principle. Yes. All right. So what is the difference between the strategy mode? Read more about the strategy mode here. You read more about it there. I just want to farm for profits every day. That's the question that somebody's asking, the question. I just want to farm for profits every day. What is the main strategy mode that my trade or coin should be in? Your trade or coin should always be in sub-bin real-time settlement mode. This mode will utilize the volatility of the crypto market in our favor and continuously scalp and farm for profit 70% of the time. What kind of trader are you guys? Are you a scalp trader? Are you a day trader? Are you a swing trader? Do your own research. Another question. When do I need to start doing DCA? What is DCA, Coach J? Coach J just told you that DCA is dollar cost averaging. Remember that. When do I need to start doing DCA? How do I go about it? If the trade or the coin's number of call margins is 15 and above, you should start applying dollar cost averaging to start DCA, go to that particular coin and change the strategy mode to sub-bin mode. Refer to the picture. Refer to the picture. The picture is in here, sorry, but you'll find that on the Telegram group. Okay, and take note that in this mode or this profit, the sub-sell will be used to lower down the average entry price. So even though sub-sell will be shown in revenue details, but the profit will not be calculated until the whole position has been sold. Coach, I'm not seeing my profit in my Royalq. Where do I check? What? Panic, mechanic. Relax, guys, because Royalq's got your back. Royalq is never going to sell your crypto off at a loss. It's going to give you profits based on the strategy that is being set, based on the circle leader that you are following. So not all circle leaders are the same in educating their people, but you need to choose whether or not you want to follow the sync strategy of the copy trader, or you want to just follow the strategy of the people in the group, of myself, of other leaders around the world, whereby you don't have to pay a strategy fee. You're simply paying a fuel fee and not a strategy fee.
Another question. I have started dollar cost averaging. When and how do I stop and go back to farming? If the trade coin's number of poor margin is 14 or below, you should stop dollar cost averaging. To stop DCA, go to that particular coin and change the strategy mode to sub and real-time settlement mode and refer to the picture. This is in the Telegram group, guys. It will be calculated in your total revenue details. Another question. I just joined in sync with QQ Circle. Can I ignore this dollar cost averaging? Yes, for now, but you will be in the same predicament in future. Hence, it will be wise for you to read through and be well informed when DCA applies, when dollar cost averaging applies to you. Now let's see the noise here. V5 leader is saying, it's informative. Please learn as much as you can. Yes, please learn. The more you learn, the more you're going to earn. And so here we explain the strategy modes, sub-in mode, sub-in real-time mode. And it's time to learn. It's time to learn even more, ladies and gentlemen. So all of the information that you are looking for is at your fingertips. You just need to go and search for it. I don't want to waste your guys' time too much, but I know you're most probably enjoying this. But in the different groups, they explain to you that we're in the bearish market now. There's an announcement, and they tell you changes that are coming about, and you need to be engaged. You need to be engaged at all times. All right, let me see what other key information we can put there. So yes, this is what I was talking about earlier on. Not everyone's capital is the same. So they always ask about, Coach Jay, if I have $150, what can be my first buy-in and how many coins can I trade? This is the Circle Sync strategy for QQ Circle. It explains there that if you only have $150 capital, the first buy-in amount should be 10 for the number of strategy coin, 1. And there's an important notice to read there.
Okay.
So when we give you the trade settings in the group, we're not giving you the trade settings just for the sake of giving you the trade settings. Let me scroll up in the group and see if I can find, let me check here. I start the message. You see how quickly I can get to it. If you have a smartphone and you're not using a smartphone to do smart things and make you smart money, then you have a dumb phone with an uninformed owner. So yes, you can store your messages. You can unstore it. And I just made a silly mistake now to unstore it because it disappeared. But here's another one. These are old. Don't use this. These are old trade settings. So we have something called the cycle mode. And we have something called the one-shot mode. You need to decide based upon your capital, how do you want to go about playing out your strategy. Now let's say, for example, we take this CRV, which is Curve Finance, another exciting coin for me. It's going to make me rich in 2022. Take profit, we say 1.3%. We start the trade at that. We start the trade at that specific amount, which would be, let me just put on the pen here quickly. We take profit 1.3, but we say 5 cells. So 1.3 times 5 is how much? You can see how much you can get out of this trade already. If you start the trade at that amount. So it's better to start the trade a bit later than earlier. Because if you start the trade a bit earlier, you're gonna see yourself having to spend more money to bring down the average position. So we say in the trade after 5 cells. Now, if you want to be a trader and you're going to be a day trader, because this is day trading, we've seen it out in the early hours of the morning. Let's say we send it out 9 a.m. South African time, or between 9 a.m. and 12 midday. Signals are sent out. Because we are trading during the day, or we are scalping for profit on the one shot, or we're doing day trading by doing the cycle trading. And you need to understand that once the robot has sold 5 times for you, on the 4th call, you need to come and do what? Put the coin on one shot. You want to do what? Put it on one shot. On the 4th call, if we say sell 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes to the 5th call, you can trade 5 times. So that when it comes and it will sell your entire position. It won't continue cycling. The first buy-in, $10. So it's the minimum. 7 margin calls. Now, yes, there's 7 margin calls, which tells you margin call limit, meaning how many times the robot is going to buy until the strategy comes to an end.
7.
So on the first call, when the market drops by 0.2%, it's going to buy twice. So what's your first buying amount? 10. 10 times 2? $20. 20, 20, 20, 20. It's telling you, okay, for the first 4 margin calls, I'm going to use $80 of your capital. Then on the 5th, 6th, and 7th, $10, $10, $10. So 80 plus your 30 is how much?
110.
Exactly. So we say reserve at least $110 or $130 per coin if you see the cycle mode. But if you see another one that says one shot, if I can find it, I don't know. But here are the steps in the group. So I'm going to go from the first step. So this is the trade setting. And if you want to follow the cycle mode based on the signal that is in, it's going to sell 5 times for you. We know this. And it's going to sell 1.3% to take profit. But you need to do what? Set the preset buy-in amount. You need to start the trade on that amount which you see there where it says start trade. So now you start the trade, $10, $10, $10 every time the market drops. $20, $20, $20, $20. Now the bot uses $80 of your capital. It says, you know what? When the market drops again by 1.5, I'm going to buy some more $10. I'm going to buy some more again $10. I'm going to buy some more $10. Once it reaches the 7th margin call, the margin call will stop and it won't buy anymore. Remember the sub-bin mode, real time? Why? Why is it real time? Because you're farming for profits here on the cycle mode. So you come here, you click on quantitative. First look at the pair, the currency pairs on the list, whether it's falling in the general section or the professional section. CRV is falling in the way? General section. Now, if you want to know your coins, ladies and gentlemen, you need to... My boy's eating tissue here, sorry. If you want to know your coins in the Royalq, then you need to go down the list and scroll down the list and see the coins that the robot is trading for us. And do research on the coins. Use coinmarketcap.com. I send it here to the group. Coinmarketcap.com is a very informative application to use. So let me see if I can get to it here. Here it is. Coinmarketcap.com. You get a link also that you can share, and the more people that register on your link, you get diamonds, and these diamonds can be exchanged for more knowledge. If you didn't know, now you know. Okay. Right. So now you come here, you click on quantitative. You select the coin, the currency pair. In this case, the signal is CRV USDT. That's the currency pair. This is so easy, ladies and gentlemen. It's like taking candy from a baby. All right. You after tapping on the coin, CRV USDT, you come to this page. An interface will appear to you like this. There will be more zeros than anything else. You'll tap on trade setting. After tapping on trade setting, this interface will come up. You choose your what? Your first buying amount. What's your first buying amount? $10 minimum. If you want to open the position double, you can, but we prefer that you don't. You don't open it double, because if you open it double, and the first time that the market drops, it will buy $20, yeah? But because the position is open double, it's going to buy $40. You don't want that, especially if you only have $110 in capital. So you leave that position doubled off. You don't turn it on. Right now you can see this one is turned on. Don't turn it on, leave it off, so that it doesn't buy double the position. But it can buy double the position based on your capital. So you can see the minimum first buy-in is $10. The margin call limit is 7. The buy-in callback is 0.1. Coach Jay, what is a buy-in callback? The buy-in callback is when the robot is going to buy again in the market after it has sold. So it's not going to wait. You can put it on 0% and to buy immediately. But if you put it on 0.1%, it's going to wait first for the market to pick up at least by 0.1% before it buys again. All right. Then you get the whole position take profit ratio, which is 1.3% based on the trade setting that we send you. See what's the take profit ratio there? 1.3% on the signal. When you see these signals in South Africa, they call it robots. But it's not robots, actually, it's signals, right? So red means stop, orange means be cautious, or amber rather means be cautious, and green means go. Yeah. So these are signals. Now that we've chosen the strategy, or rather we've chosen the coin, we click on trade setting. We configure the trade setting based on what we see on the signal. After doing that, we go here to configure the layers or the margin calls by clicking on margin configuration. After clicking on margin configuration, you're referring to this now, the 7 times. You're referring to the 7 times on the margin call limit, because you're going to configure the margin or the layers. So it will continue to this margin configuration, which will be this page. But before we get there, we want to talk about the buy and callback. So the buy and callback, very important to note, is that from your first buy amount, FBA, what is FBA, Coach J? FBA is first buy in amount to the first margin call. It is a buy and callback of 0.1 that triggers that purchase. We will have to set up the purchase ratio and the percentage difference between the purchase prices by layer. So that simply means that when we tap on margin configuration, we want the bot to do exactly what we're telling it to do. Right? When the market drops by 0.2, please, my robot, whether you think your robot is a man or a woman, please buy twice. That means $20 because my first buy-in is 10. Yeah. Robot, when my market drops by 0.2 again, please buy again another $20. Okay, sir. Okay, ma'am. Now the market drops by 0.2 again. Robot, please buy another 2 times. $60. Fourth time, 2 times again, $80. Now the robot has a position in the market of $80. So now when the robot sells at 1.3%, take profit ratio, it's not going to bring you profit of $20. It's going to bring you profit of $80. 1.3% off $80. 90, 100, 110. You set the margin configuration based on the trade setting, based on the signal that is sent to you. Don't do this now. Just giving you guys an example. Only do it when a signal is being sent. You confirm. Make sure you tap on confirm after setting the trade. Very important. Tap on confirm. After tapping on confirm, you'll come to this page and you'll have to click on save. When you confirm, you will return to this page. You click on save. And immediately you tap on strategy mode. You change the strategy mode to what? Sub-in real-time mode settlement. Sub-in mode real-time settlement. If you want to know what that is, read. I sent the information to the group. So the signal says to choose the sub-in mode real-time. You click it and you choose that and you confirm. You will see the current price. You verify the what? Entry price. I'll rather be late than early and have to use more money. Remember, ne? Guys, remember. Verify the entry price always. The signal gives you an entry price of $4,929. Yes. Then if the price is lower, you can click on start. If the price is higher, you must set the entry price in this example. The price is higher. You guys understand that? $4.94 for this coin, which is the current price. your preset buying amount. Remember I spoke about that? You have to set it there based on the, always refer, based on the signal. You see the start trade amount, 4.929. So you come and set it here by preset buying amount. What do you enter there by preset buying amount? You can see this price is higher now, 4.948. Supposed to enter a bit earlier there, 4.929. You set it here. First preset buying amount. You enter the price and you click confirm. After doing that, you tap on start and voila. You just need to pay attention so that attention can pay you. And when it sells on the fourth time, remember, 5 sells. So if you pay attention to the signal and we tell you, look, only allow your robot to sell 4 or 5 times so that you don't hold on to that specific coin so that you have more balances in USDT. Once it sells for the 4th time, pay attention to your news section. A lot of people don't do that. They never pay attention to the news section. Because you're not properly engaged, you fall into massive floating losses. And so now, after doing that, 4th sell, you tap on one shot. So that after tapping on one shot, when it sells for the 5th time, it will close the entire position. You guys understand what a one shot is, and you guys understand what a cycle is. You guys understand what margin configuration is. You guys understand what TP take profit is. You guys understand what the first preset buying amount is. You guys understand open position doubled. You guys understand first buying amount FBA. You guys understand DCA, dollar cost averaging. Yeah. And guys, all the information that we require is right in front of our eyes, guys. Really, we just need to take heed to information. And boom, 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 guys, 10 minutes ago, I didn't even see this. You guys got some good signals. I've been in these trades. Like I was telling the group, I like this GRT coin. I said it last night in the group. Somebody was asking me. And then we got some signals. So guys, go ahead. If you were paying attention to the group, or you were paying more attention to me than what you were to the group, let's call it a day for now. Go to the group, check these 2 signals, which are latest signals, and apply it. Do your margin configuration, do your trade setting. Save it 7 times, margin call, sub-band mode, real time. Configure the margin configurations, 1 call to the 7th call, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, 1 time, 1 time, 1 time. Have at least $110. Make sure that you set your trade accordingly. If you guys want to miss out on that signal throughout the day, there's also other signals that you can use. Is there any questions? Ashiko?
It's too much at the moment.
A lot of information, yeah? But the more Zoom calls you come to, the better, ladies and gentlemen. Please attend as many as you can. But also, most importantly, be awake, be alert, alive, enthusiastic between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. or 9 a.m. and midday South African time. So that when you do receive the signal, you can configure the trade setting. And what's nice to know is that all of these signals are more or less the same trade settings. So you can actually configure the trade setting beforehand. Okay. All right. So thank you, guys. Is there anyone that have any questions? Please go ahead and raise your hand. You can ask before we end the call. Let's go, guys.
No.
Anyone want to ask anything?
No, you wanted to know how much was the, for me, it's $200.
It was
I didn't know that.
$200 capital.
Yeah,
$200 capital in USDT.
in USDT, yeah.
You want to go ahead and set the trade now?
What do I need to do that?
You need to access your Royalq and copy the trade setting that is in the WhatsApp.
Okay. Right.
Okay, so you can share your screen.
Okay. Is it off now? It was shared before.
Let me see.
Mm.
Yes, you are able to see your screen. David, you have a question? Go ahead and mute yourself, David. You first on the list. Make it quick. David, your question, please.
It's too late.
So go to Royalq. Can log in. Let me stop sharing. Let me stop sharing your screen so that you can enter your password.
Okay.
Please enter your password. Let me know once you're in. And you're not. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make you admin. So if you want to be an admin of the group, respect the owner of the group enough to come to the owner of the group and say, please make me admin, because there's still more people that I'd like to add that is in my team whose numbers I have saved. I like to add them to this group myself as well. So that's why I keep dismissing. If you're on the call and I dismiss you as an admin, please don't feel any disrespect. As you can see, I only keep those people as admin whose numbers I have saved because we have communicated before. Okay. So you guys can see there's 240 participants in this group. There's space still for another 17. So I will need to add more of my players into the group before it gets filled with people that I don't even know. Okay, you're in, so you can, I'll stop sharing my screen. You can go ahead and share your screen.
Okay, share the screen again. Ooh. Where was that?
David, in the meantime, ask your question, David. I'm asking you to unmute.
Okay, thank you. I was not able to unmute myself. Good evening, everybody here in the meeting. Thank you for Mr. for the meeting, for great meeting you have held this morning. I would like to know whether your Telegram group so that I can be getting the signals. Thank you.
You need a what?
Your channel where I can be getting the signals.
Oh, you need the channel. You say you need the channel?
Yeah, a channel, any media where I can be getting the signals.
Okay, that's fine. You can make sure you can contact me then on Coach J123 on Telegram. Contact me, Coach J123. All right, so Nomsa, let's Coach J123.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, so if you guys want to be in a signal group, contact me on Coach J123.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And is that in Telegram?
Nomsa, I've added you
That's in
already.
Telegram.
Nomsa, I've added you already to the signal group. So you don't need to worry. All those that are affiliated to me in my network, we're going to make sure that you also eat in. We're going to make sure that people whose numbers I haven't saved doesn't come to the group to take over. Yeah? So I want to take care of team born fighters first before we take care of any other team for that matter. All right? And this is the same thing I expect from other leaders. So other leaders should actually, and this is an urgent plea to all other leaders, if you have bigger teams, go ahead and create your own group, WhatsApp group or Telegram group. Or maybe I should create a Telegram group myself if you're a leader. And then simply copy and paste the information over into your group. Don't be lazy, guys. Put in the work. All right, so now, Mama Nomsa, you're sharing your screen already. Tap on quantitative. Bottom next to home, tap on quantitative.
So what do I do now? Sorry?
Tap on quantitative next to home at the bottom of your screen, please.
Sorry.
Quantitative, that's fine.
Okay.
Once you have tapped on quantitative, you're going to be searching for the coin called GRT.
Okay. GRT.
G for giraffe, R for Romeo, T for Tango. T for Tango.
T for Tango. Okay, yes.
It's called the graph.
So, yes,
Tap
click on it.
Yes.
Yes.
And then remember what you're going to do is you're going to look for the entry price. The entry price is 0.7437.
Yes.
So you're still in time. Let's do this quickly. So take profit amount, scroll down to the bottom.
All the way down to the bottom, yes.
You can see that first buying amount, margin call, limit, take profit, everything is 0. So tap on trade setting.
Okay. Yes.
Then the margin call limit will be 7. The whole position take profit ratio 1.3. That's fine. Then the buy-in callback, make it 0.1. You see there we had 0.5, make it 0.1.
Okay.
Success loves speed.
Oh dear, it's not clicking.
Where's Musa? Wake up, Musa.
Musa, Jay is calling you. Coach Jay is calling you.
0.5 to 0.1, which is the buy-in callback. You see below margin configuration is buy-in. There we go. Change the 5 to a 1
Okay.
to delete the 5. Make it a 1.
Okay.
Perfect. Then you need to click on margin configuration.
Margin configuration.
Yes, it's above
Right.
buy-in callback.
Okay. It's about all right. Okay.
Right. So now first call to the fourth call on your left-hand side. First call to the fourth call. Make it 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, please. First call to the fourth
0.2.
call on your left-hand side. So make the first call 0.2, the second call.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 0.2.
0.2 up until the fourth call.
0.2. And then
Second one the same, third one the same, and fourth one the same. 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2.
okay. 0.2. 0.2.
No. Only the first one.
So,
Only the first one
pardon?
to the fourth one. Only the first call. No pressure. No pressure. Only the first
Okay.
call to the fourth call, 0.2. Then the fifth call,
All right.
sixth and seventh. Yes, the 5, 6, and 7th call. Make it 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. So make the sixth one 1.5.
0.5.
The seventh
And
one, make it
4.
also 1. The
And the
fifth one
fifth
also.
call as well?
Yes, please, 1.5 on the fifth call. No pressure. This is all learning by trial and error. 1.5.
1.5.
And then the seventh one. Yes, the seventh one also make it 1.5, please. Now,
Okay,
the amount of times that you want the robot to buy.
Yes.
First call
7.
until the fourth call. Remember, I just did it with you guys. 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, 2 times. So the
2
second call, make
times.
it also 2. Second call, make it 2 times. Third call, make it 2 times. And fourth call, make it 2 times. Are we all paying attention?
I'm getting excited.
And then the fifth call, sixth call, and seventh call, make it one time, one time, one time. The last 3, one time, one time, one time, one time.
Yeah.
One time and confirm. Click on done and confirm. Yes. All right. So now that you have done that, you're going to set the first buying amount is 10. Yes, you're going to save it in the top right-hand corner.
Save. Just click save.
Save in the top right-hand corner. Click on save.
Yes.
Yes. Then you see the first preset buy-in amount.
Yes.
Tap on it.
First preset buy-in price.
Yes, sorry. Buy-in price. Tap on it.
Yeah.
Mahmoud. Then you make it 0.
Pardon?
You make it 0.7437. So type in 0.7437.
0.7437.
Yes, confirm.
Confirm.
Yes, confirm. All right.
And yes.
Now you can tap on start.
Start. Do you start confirm?
Yes, please.
Wait, and the pause came.
So you can see, get a notification now to say that the bot is purchased. So scroll up to the top.
Scroll to the top, please. Okay, you stop sharing your screen. Killing me softly with these words. You guys know that song? One time. Guys, somebody's laughing here on the call. There's an easy business, man. It's a very easy business. You just need to pay attention so that the attention can pay you. Right? How many times you'd like to get paid is all going to be based on your effort. Mama Nomsa, are you still with us? Killing me softly with these words. Mama Nomsa, are you still here? Killing me softly. Mama Nomsa, if you can hear me, please unmute yourself. I'm going to come back to you. Ask you to unmute. Please go ahead and share your screen. We want to see how fast you were able to set the trade. The trade should be there. And then you are back. Perfect. So now share your screen, please. Tap on the green share icon here on Zoom. So come back to Zoom. Tap on share. Scroll down to where it says screen. There you go.
Oh dear.
Tap
Am
on
I back now?
Yes, you're back. We can see
I
your
don't
screen.
see myself as back. Oh, there
That's
you
fine.
go. I'm back on Zoom.
Yes. So go. You unmuted yourself, which is perfect. Posh, mommy, your queen was laughing earlier on for my song. We're doing this one more time. So go to Royalq.
Where's Royalq now?
Money Mice. Yes.
Aha.
Yes. Go to your Royalq app.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
All right. Let's
It's
make
on
some
pause at the
money.
bottom. Trade and pause.
Yes, it's on
Pardon?
pause because the trade is active. It's on pause because the trade is active. So what I wanted you to do was scroll to the top of your screen.
Scroll to the top. Yes. There's
So you guys can see, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can see that the average price is 0.7420 and the current price is 0.405.
okay.
So the trade was started maybe a bit too early, but it's fine. It's not a problem because 0.20% return rate is not too far off from where we actually really wanted to be. Remember, we wanted to start the trade at 0.7437. Yes, 0.7437, but the current price is 0.7402. So it's not a problem whatsoever because we have this on cycle mode and you have $200 capital. See? So you have more than $110, which is actually required, which is fantastic because then you can use of your reserve capital to buy more of the dip. So when the market decreases by 0.2, which as it has done now, automatically you will see that the bot will buy another position of $10. But because it's 2 times, it will buy $10 times 2, which means that it will buy an extra $20 on top of this $11, which is your position amount, meaning that you'll have just over $30 in this position. You guys with me? Then if it drops by 0.2 again, it will buy another $20.
Another 2.
Exactly, it will buy 2 times again.
Okay.
And until it reaches your $80, you'll then have $80 or $90 in this position. And when the market picks up by 1.3%, whether it be after the first call, second call, third call, fourth call, whatever call it has picked up above the average price, then it's going to bring you back profit of 1.3% based on your position amount. So as you can see, number of call margin is 0, meaning that it hasn't purchased yet. So click on trade setting, bottom left-hand corner, please.
Yeah.
Then you click on margin configuration again. Above buy and callback.
Margin configuration.
Yes, you guys can see that you need to make the first call
0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. You did not save it. So make the first call 0.2, please.
0.2.
Make the second, third, and fourth call 0.2. And you need to do it fast.
0.2. And the third?
Yes, make it 0.2. And that's why the robot didn't buy.
0.2.
But that's not a problem, guys. We are here to learn by trial and error. Yes, and then the last three will be 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. You see the third call is still 0.2. Put a 2 there, please. Mama Nomsa, you have stopped sharing your screen, or please come back and share your screen. I want you to make money. Oh my goodness. Mama Nomsa, can you hear me? Let's not tap on stop sharing, because when you tap on stop sharing, you stop sharing your screen and then cannot help you. All right, go back to the queue. Killing me softly with his words. Yes, 1 to 4, make it 0.2, and then 5, 6, 7, make it 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. So the first 4 calls, yes, perfect. Tap on confirm. After tapping on confirm, click on save in the top right-hand corner. You've now saved the trade setting. Boom. So now the robot will automatically buy another position times 2, for $10 times 2, so it will buy $20 worth of this coin. So tap on trade setting again, tap on margin configuration. Let's make sure that the margin configuration has been saved. Trade setting, bottom left-hand corner. After tapping on trade setting, tap on margin configuration. Mama Nomsa, you still there? Mama Nomsa, if you can hear me, please advise. Because you also need to tap on strategy mode. So Mama Nomsa keeps stopping the share of her screen. Mama Nomsa, if you're still here, okay, which I don't think you are, you have left the building. All right, is there anyone else that wants to put out some fire with me today? We can call ourselves the firemen and the firewoman. I know Mr. Rian de Wet on the call, he's a fireman. Or whenever he looks at Royalq back office quantitative section, he just sees fire. Started in the business just now the other day, guys. Mr. Rian de Wet is on fire, guys. He's consistent, in this business, trading business, network marketing business. You want to be consistent, which is one of the C's to success. C for consistent. Mr. Rian de Wet, go ahead and unmute yourself while we wait for Mama Nomsa to return. And please be quick, Mr. Rian, because Mama Nomsa is back. She's dialing in.
Okay, Coach, thank you much for this beautiful training, Coach. Thank you. Good morning to you and to everyone.
Good day, sir. Yes, how are you doing?
Fine, thanks. And you, Coach?
I'm blessed. Thank you.
Okay, Coach,
Yes.
this is a learning session. Just two questions quickly. When do a person transfer your funds from a coin to your USDT to top up your USDT with the accumulated profits from the other coins?
That's a good question. It depends.
Okay, go on.
It depends if it is more than $10. If you're using Binance, it needs to be more than $10 worth of that coin. If you're using UB and it's more than $5, then you can do that. But if it's not, then you have to accumulate and keep on farming.
Okay,
yes?
But when a coin is finished, say for instance, this GRT comes to an end, does it come to an end at call number 7, or does it stop when you say, for instance, it comes to call number 4 and you put it on one shot, and you put it and you say stop margin call? Okay.
That's a good question. Yes, so it will come to an end once the whole position has been sold. So remember, we tell you let it sell 5 times. So once it comes to the 4th sell, put it on one shot and allow the robot to sell the whole position. Once the whole position has been sold, you can buy more if your greed permits. If you can see that the market is hella bullish, you refer to your chart. And you want to see green candle on top of green candle on top of another. And then you don't hold the trade for longer than 24 hours, okay? Depending on what type of bag holder you want to be. Do you want to be a short-term bag holder, mid-term bag holder, or long-term bag holder? What research have you done on GRT? How do you know GRT will be performing well over the coming time? GRT is going to be doing super, guys, super. Why? Because it's a Web 3.0 token or a Web 3.0 coin. Do your research, guys. Get excited about the coins that Royalq is trading. I'm telling you, you're going to give yourself even more purpose to go ahead and do your trades. So I hope that answers your question. Once the margin calls come to an end, it won't buy anymore, firstly. So if it's 7 margin calls and it has purchased $110 worth of that coin, it won't buy anymore.
Okay, so coach, it's number 7, right? It's finished. Then you go into your Binance and transfer your total amount from GRT to USDT coin.
That's correct. That is if the profit is more than $10.
It's
That's
so
correct.
true. Yeah, yes.
So then you can transfer it to USDT to compound,
Yes.
or you can build your bag of GRT. And every time GRT pumps and there's a breakout, you leverage. You put even $1,000 on that coin so that you can make 2% of $1,000, and you keep on filling your bag of GRT based on the trading profits that you have made to buy Royalq and spot trading.
So coach, your GRT can start with or USDT or from a balance that's already in the coins balance of GRT. So it's 2 sources of income to fund your trading.
That's correct, guys. And it's not rocket science to understand that the sooner you are able to convert your coin to USDT, you don't want to be converting your GRT once it has finished sold and brought back the profit for you. You don't want to be selling it for USDT if the market is in a negative, because not only do you make profit in Royalq, guys, you make profit in your Binance, your Hobby, and your Coinbase. So you need to watch the change in percentage. You need to watch the change in value, unless you're just going to sit on your coins. And that's one of the biggest problems that people are facing, is that they're not properly engaged with the apps. And so now the profit comes to your Binance. Remember, the profit doesn't stay in your Royalq. It just shows you the cumulative profit that you have generated. Profit goes to your Binance, Hobby, your Coinbase. Now when that money comes there, or that coin profits come to your exchange, you are lazy to go and check your wallet. Salma is on the call. That happened to Salma. Salma was shocked to see why her Mana coin was increasing in value. And she even did manual trades herself. And if she had taken advantage of that Mana since she had started buying and selling it, she would have been even in more better profit by now. And so when that coin comes back to your Binance or UB, or Coinbase, Binance or UB, you need to understand that you have a choice whether or not you want to hold on to that coin and be a bag holder of that coin, or you want to keep moving your money around to make more money and compounding. But you only exchange that coin or token, you exchange it for USDT when the market is in a plus. How do you know when the market is in a plus? You will see the changing percentage on the top left-hand corner of your screen. Changing percentage will give you a changing percentage over the past 24 hours.
Coach, I appreciate that you always you go over what you explain. You repeat. That's what I'm looking for. You repeat what you are saying. Make it clear. I do appreciate it. And then final question. My Yahoobi, it said you've got less than 10 units, eh?
Yeah, 10 USD.
Yes. So what I did is I did top it up yesterday. But
okay, good.
when when I go to the app again, it says, remember you've got 10 USD less. So I don't know why the app doesn't take that message away, even though my total on the app, Royalq app, does show it's more than 10 USDT.
So, okay, so is that in your Binance or in your UB? You need to make sure.
UB, in a UB.
Okay, that's fine, but your asset will always remain your asset. So you can just confirm as long as the amount in your asset isn't lower than $2, depending on your capital. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people don't understand this. Royalq works on the 80-20 rule. So when your robot brings back a profit, let's say your robot brought back a profit of $100 on any given day, Royalq will then charge you 20% of that $100. It doesn't come from your profit. It doesn't come from your capital. It comes from fuel fee that you need to reserve in your asset. That's why we say when you start, it's $120 for the pot and $20 for fuel fee. Now, the bigger your capital, the more fuel you're going to have to reserve. Now, guys, this is why sharing the business is important. Not for me, not for the person that you're sharing the business to, but for you. When you're sharing the business, you're getting direct quantification. You're also getting other rewards like activation gain bonus, which gets deposited instantly to your asset, which is instantly withdrawable. Or you can leave it in your asset to substitute for gas fees so that you don't need to take money out of your own pocket to pay for gas fees, which needs to remain above $2 at all times in your asset. So now that you have one person at least on your team, you're getting 4% of the profits that is generated for that person. Imagine that person is trading with 100,000 South African rands or 250,000 South African rands. You're making a profit on a daily from one person of $1 a year, $2 a year, 50 cents a year, 20 cents a year. Guys, it's nice because now you don't have to ever take out extra money out of your pocket to fuel your asset. So be mindful about that. So yes, as long as your asset is more than $2 at all times, then you should be fine. Now, based on your capital, if your capital is huge, you're going to need more fuel fee. So for example, if I'm trading with 250,000 Rand, I'm going to need to ensure that I can keep $100 in my asset at all time. And that $100 will last for at least about 2 weeks. Because Royalq takes the 20% of the profits that are generated for the day from my asset that I personally need to reserve there. But if you don't want to take extra money out of your pocket, open your mouth, talk about the business, share it, because closed mouths in this business do not get fed. If you want to eat, say, open your mouth, guys. All right. So, Rian, I hope that answers your question. Make sure that your asset is at all times above 2, and then also close your app and open it again to refresh so that you don't get that message again.
Okay, Coach, it's been topped up, but I do get, it's the second time this morning that I get the same message, even though my balance in IOB is much more than.
So then just log out, click on mine, scroll down, tap on system setting, log out, then log back in again.
Okay.
And check the app store for an update of your app.
Thanks so much, Coach. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. I'm finished. Thanks.
Awesome. Stay blessed and keep the fire burning. All right. So Mama Nomsa, are you back or how's your trade looking, Mama Nomsa? I'm asking you to unmute and then we'll go to Juliana. Juliana has a question. But before we get to Juliana, Mama Nomsa, are you there or I'm asking you to unmute? Yes.
Yeah. Unmute.
Yes, you can go ahead and share your screen again.
Again.
Yes, because we need to help you effectively, and we need to understand. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Come to Zoom, tap on share, and scroll down to screen and start sharing screen. Perfect. Okay, go out, go to Royalq, and let's just see if your trade is if it's working.
Let's see.
All right. Perfect. Look there, guys. Mama Nomsa is in profit. Oh.
Am I? I don't even know how to see that. Oh.
You see your return rate. Your return rate on your right-hand side, you get position amount, you get average price, you get numbers of call margin, you get position quantity, you get current price, and you get return rate. Now, the position amount is $31. For your $31, you are able to acquire 41 GRT coins. The current price of the GRT coin is 0.7427. It is, in fact, above the average price by a total of 0.16% above the average price. So as soon as this return rate reaches 1.3, it's going to bring you a profit based on the amount that you have in your position. So if it reaches 1.3, it's not going to bring you back profit on any amount other than the current position amount that you hold within the market. And that, yes, and that profits of your $31, 1.3% of your $31 will be farmed into your Binance. And as long as the profits is over the amount of $10, you're able to then convert it back to USDT, or you can simply be what we call a hodler and hold on to this coin and trust and believe in the coin. If it resonates with you and you think it's a good coin, and you hold on to the coin until it actually increases in value. And I'm telling you guys, take this information for free. And don't say Coach Jay was giving you financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. But based on my personal research, based on my experience, what I've seen, if you bought, for example, IFI or YFI coin at the 28th of December 2020, you would have bought it for around about $11, if I'm not mistaken. Today, that same YFI coin is to the value of $31,000, just more. Now imagine you had to buy 50 of those coins. You wouldn't be on the score today. So think about it, guys. You have something powerful in your hands. If you want money on a daily basis, you need to spend money for your daily necessities. Then the money is on the street, not under the sheets. Go and recruit them if you want to use that money for your daily bread. But other than that, if you understand crypto, or my good, you will guys don't sleep on cryptocurrency. That's all I'm saying. If you had to buy YFI in 2020, 28th of December, today you would have been 30 times rich your money, or 300x your money, 3000x your money. If only people took heed to information when we were sending at that time. So yes, let's move on to Juliana, Esperanza, Esperelda. Go ahead, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good morning, my coach. Hello.
Yes, my dear, I can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for your teaching. You know, we that are novice to this system, with your teachings and our leader, Kavanda, I'm getting more excited and I have more zeal to know more, to learn more. So I can be teaching my deadlines too. I want to, because I put all my coins that are in deep loss in short mode, but it's not still selling. I don't know, maybe I didn't set it well. I don't know if you can help me out.
Yeah, so you will see that right now at the moment you're still in what we call a floating loss. Even though you put it on one shot, the robot is first going to wait for the market to pick up by at least minimum of 1% above the average price. So some people as holding the dip coins, the coins that is in floating loss, they've been holding it now for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Some people only come out of floating loss after 3 months. Now, the only way you can get out of that floating loss is doing two things, is having more patience. Even though you put it on one shot, it's only going to sell the whole position once the market picks up at least by 1.1% above the average price of that coin. Are you with me? So you may see floating loss of minus 40%, minus 50%. There's nothing that you can do aside from wait for the market to pick up, or take advantage of the dips yourself in the market by buying more of that coin at market price when the market is in a dip,
so that you can decrease the short position, and that we call manual replenishment. And if you want to know more about manual replenishment, there's a guy by the name of JD Winner, who is also a circle strategist. He's also a professional trader on Royalq Circle. You can go and search him on YouTube. His YouTube channel is called, I don't even know why I'm promoting this guy. I'm supposed to be promoting Coach J and not JD Winner. But nevertheless, he explains it very, very well. And he too, honestly, he too is somebody that I have learned from a lot from with regards to Royalq. He explains manual replenishment. So if you go on YouTube and you search for JD Winner manual replenishment, you check for one of his latest videos, he will explain to you how to get out of the dip manually by purchasing more of the dip. And then you can close the floating loss, lower the floating loss amount. And then you'd get sooner to the take profit amount. And because it's on one shot, your money, you're still going to get it back. It's not like you're going to lose your money. You're putting your USDT into that coin at manual replenishment rate, market price, and the USDT will come back to your exchange after the trade is closed off in a positive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my recommendation to you is to keep the faith and keep on sharing your business with as many people as possible, and use your reward earnings to fill those short positions and close the floating losses.
All right. Please, there is another very short question. If, for example, I want to follow the oh my God, the Ayuto, I don't know the name now. The one you normally share in the group. Does it mean one have to have money on his USDT to be able to set that trading?
Yes, if you want to start the trade, of course, if you want to start the trade, then yes. But if you want to practice, guys, practice. Don't be scared to set the trade, even though you may not have balance in USDT. Practice setting the trade settings, so that when the time comes and you have at least $10, and you can do a one shot, and you can take 1.3% of $10 quickly on one shot. 1.3% is better than no percent on $10. You can turn $10 into $20 in the space of 7 days in Royalq. If you don't know, now you know. Ladies and gentlemen, if you stay properly engaged and you practice, I believe a lot of people say practice makes perfect. I believe practice makes permanent. The more you practice, the more confident you're going to be, and the more permanent you embed that into your muscle memory, into your mind. And now your setting is set, your trade setting is set beforehand. And when you do have as little as $10 balance in your USDT, all that you need to do is tap on start. Click on one shot. And when the market picks up a 1.3% above the average price, it will sell the full position and give you 1.3% on your $10, which is profit that you didn't have in the first place. So yes, you can practice setting your trade setting, even if you don't have money in USDT. But the only time that you're going to be able to get profit from that trade setting is, of course, when there is an available balance in USDT. I hope that answers your question, Juliana.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Then we're going to move over to the iPhone user who still hasn't changed their name. I'll ask you to unmute yourself, iPhone user. You may introduce yourself. I'm asking you to unmute, iPhone user. It doesn't seem to me that the iPhone user is available. Let's move on to Mr. Don Wazzy. You can unmute yourself, Mr. Don Wazzy. I'm asking you to unmute.
Hello, my coach. Yeah, good evening from here. This is Mr. Wisdom.
Yes, sir. I like that name. I like that name. Powerful. Yes, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very fine, sir. I must commend you for the wonderful work you are doing here to carry us along. Indeed, yeah, you deserve my applaud here.
Thank you so much. I'm humbled. I'm honored. The more people I teach, the better it's going to be for me, because I'm
Yeah.
perfecting my skills by doing that. So yeah, thank you.
You are imparting the knowledge, and you must get your reward. Let me quickly come into while I raise my hand, because teaching without asking question is like you're just pouring the water on a basket. And
Exactly.
so I'm having a little challenge here, which I need to need a little clarification. Like I have been on floating laws, like I've been letting us to know. Right now, if you permit me to share my screen, I will do that, and you see the area like I'm trying to see, because
Yeah,
what
so
I'm
just
trying
quickly,
to do.
just let me cut you there. You can share your screen so long and go into your review. Then in the meantime, let's just make sure that we can answer Wiseman's question, and then China Garom's question and the iPhone user's question. So Wiseman, just unmute yourself and ask your question, and then because I think we're going to take a bit longer with you, Don, while you're sharing your screen. So Wiseman, I'm asking you to unmute in the meantime. Go ahead and ask your question quickly.
Okay.
Good morning, my coach.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Yeah, I really love your teaching this morning.
Thank
I've
you.
learned a lot, but I've learned enough. But there is a question I want to ask you.
Yes, go ahead.
Like if I want to do this one shot, for example, I have 1,000 USDT and I want to do one shot. Like how much can I stake in the one shot?
Well, look, it depends on and that's a very good question that you're asking. It depends on what your appetite for risk is, right? So you can go 60-40, you can go 50-50, you can go 80-20. It's entirely up to you. So if you want to do 5 margin calls at $200 buy-in at a time, because remember you want to cover the short positions, yeah? So one shot is always going to be one shot, but it's always going to buy based on the number of margin calls. So one shot you can even put on 2 margin calls, it will buy twice. You can then stop the margin calls after it has purchased, put it on one shot. You can even go in full 100% like me. I'm greedy when other people are fearful, my guy. So when other people are fearful, I'm greedy. And I can go in if I can see, hey, there's a breakout here now on GRT, or there's a breakout on whichever coin. I will take $1,000, put it in one time as a first buy-in amount, put my take profit on 2%, or put it on 6%, and get 6% from my $1,000 based on the signal that I received. So that's cycle coins that you guys are doing the trade setting on. You can also change it to a one shot. And if you want to be conservative, you can take profit on your $1,000 of at least 1.3%, but you stop the margin call and you put it on one shot. Why do you stop the margin call? So that the robot doesn't buy more, because you maybe only have $1,000 in capital and you cannot buy another $1,000 and another $1,000 and another $1,000. So you only want to be conservative and take 1.3% of your $1,000. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. And another thing, this is my first time joining your life. And I would like to be in your WhatsApp group. I don't know if it's possible. So I can be joining your live through there.
Okay, fine. You can message me on Telegram. Anyone that wants to be in the group, you can message me on Telegram at Coach J123. And then I'll add everyone. I think it's a better idea that we have everyone that wants to do this manual trading in a Telegram group, so that we don't have to keep on resending the same messages all the time. The messages will be there in the Telegram group. At least the last 100 messages will be there for everyone to see. So yes, go ahead and message me on Telegram, my good sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm done.
You're
for
welcome,
today.
sir. Okay, go well. All right, so now we're going to move on to Mr. China Gorom. You can unmute yourself, my boss. Ask a question.
Good morning, my coach. Good morning, everyone.
Oh, bruh.
Thanks for the work you are doing. We really appreciate for this training. God bless you, sir. I'm Mr. Chukwuma from Nigeria. Please, I want you to throw more light on takers and makers fee. takers and makers fee. I want you to throw more light on it.
Okay, the best way to explain this is that is your, so to say, your brokerage fee. And so each exchange has its different fees. Coinbase being the exchange that has the highest fee. What you want to do is just make sure that you have $5 or more in BNB if you're using Binance, and $5 or more of HT UB token if you're using UB. Now, for me, if I cannot operate one exchange and this is just hypothetically speaking, if I cannot operate one exchange and make sure that I mastered the art of trading in Binance with Royalq, then there's no point in trading in UB or Coinbase either. So yes, you can set up all three exchanges to one bot, but it's going to cost you more. And so the maker and taker fee is there in place for the exchange themselves also to make a percentage of your trades, because they also, these exchanges also have an affiliate program, and they too need to get paid and also pay the people who are sharing the exchange link. Understand? So each exchange has a different percentage, and I don't know that percentage out of my head, so I won't guess. But you'll be able to search on YouTube what is maker and taker fee of Binance, and the same for the other exchanges. YouTube will give you a detailed explanation coming straight from the horse's mouth, coming straight from Binance. So there's something called Binance Academy. You can find it on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully. Binance Academy is something that teaches me also. I don't know everything. I try my best to learn as much as I possibly can, seeking knowledge from the cradle to the grave. So go on YouTube, go on Facebook, search for Binance Academy, and like the page, follow the page, subscribe to the channel. And whenever something new comes up, they'll explain it to you. They explain to you everything from reading different charts on the candle, reading different candles on the charts. They explain to you the maker taker fee, what is spot trading, what is margin trading. They explain to you everything. You just need to be hungry to search for information and do your research. And that's another problem of us as humans, is that we're lazy to go and seek for information because we know there's a coach or somebody else there that is going to give us the information. When I started in this game, I didn't rely on anyone because I know in cryptocurrency you can easily get scammed. So I needed to teach myself. I needed to put myself on a level whereby I won't get scammed going forward in the future. I need to know exactly what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, and I need to self-develop. So yes, self-education will make you a fortune, ladies and gentlemen. Formal education will only make you a living. If I can earn if I can earn in a month what a doctor earns in a year, then you know, cryptocurrency is the place to be. So yes, please do your own research, do due diligence, find that information on YouTube, find it on Facebook. You can even find it on Telegram. Binance has a Telegram channel. UB has a Telegram channel, so does Coinbase. But be mindful of those people that come to your inbox, offering you this, offering you that. Don't just click on any links. Be wise. Right? Don't just click on any links. The admins of the groups will never message you first. So don't get easily influenced and become vulnerable if you hear there's another sweet or you see another sweet opportunity. Focus on your Royalq business. Focus on becoming good at spot trading. Focus on becoming a good scalper. Focus on becoming a good swing trader. Focus on becoming a good day trader. And you won't go wrong, guys. Crypto is life. Crypto is going to make you guys rich. So I hope that answers your question. You can definitely go ahead, China Grom, and do some more research on Facebook, YouTube, and Telegram, and you'll definitely find your answers there, my good sir. All right. Then giving iPhone user the last chance to unmute themselves. iPhone user, go ahead. You're raising your hand. You can unmute yourself, iPhone user, and speak to us. Okay, iPhone user does not want to speak. Let's lower the hand. Okay, so Mr. Don Wizzy, go ahead. You can share your screen, my brother. Mr. Donwazi, are you still there, my boss? You can, I'm asking you to unmute. You can go ahead and share your screen.
I'm expecting you to release me to mute my microphone.
Oh, all right, sorry about that. Yes, you can go ahead. You
Yeah,
can share your screen now.
yeah. Thank you for giving me audience for the second time. Like what I wanted to draw your attention here is this. You know, we are being mindful of being patient and based on the system of the business. This particular coins has been on floating lot for some times now. Then I thought that I should fund my USDT balance in order to go into manual trading. Then on this note, if I should do so, I'm very much aware that once I add money here, that the robot will quickly start collecting the available balance to start trading. Like there
Not
is no
entirely.
much.
Not entirely, no. Because if you stop the margin calls on each of these coins and you add capital to your UB, then it won't buy the dip because you stop the margin call. So it won't buy the dip. Yes.
Okay, I have to stop the margin call first before anything.
Yes, but don't trade manually here in UB. Trade manually in Binance. You have the Binance application?
My Binance application is having me on challenge for verifying because of my passport has expired. So I'm trying to use my driving license. It doesn't accept it. I discussed this with Coach Gilos last time. He said maybe because of the expiration of the document.
Yes, I'm sure you could use your driver's license.
Yeah, I'm trying to use it. I'm trying to use it, but they send me the picture. Then I have to print it here because I'm not in Nigeria right now. So I have to go and print it and try to use it for the verification. But it's like they're not accepting it.
I see. So that is a bit of a challenge. But yes, if you want to do the manual trading, then yes, you can stop all of the margin calls. You can tap on each of the coins, stop margin call on each coin. Then you can add capital and you can start doing manual trading. But my recommendation to you is to be conservative and don't focus in on trading so much. Focus on sharing the business and teaching people from your mistake, so that when you're getting people into your business, you can actually use those reward earnings to help yourself close a floating loss. And I'll show you how to do that. Click on BTC, which is the lowest coin or the lowest floating loss percentage, minus 9.70. Tap on BTC.
Okay.
Yes. Now you can see the average price is $56,771. The current price is $51,268. So it's really still a bit far from the average price, which is minus 9.69% away from the average price.
Exactly.
So yes. So the margin calls have stopped because you can see it's saying open margin call, meaning that the margin call has stopped. Why did it stop? It stopped automatically because when it wanted to buy the dip, there was not enough balances in USDT, or it has reached the 17th margin call. As you can see, numbers of call margin is 17, which tells me that it has already reached the 17th margin call. So if you have a trading setting with margin configuration of 17 calls, it will stop buying at that 17th call. Now tap on buy next to sell. In the middle of the screen, tap on buy. Now tap on market price. Everyone pay attention to the position profit and loss of minus 9.69. Tap on market price. And everyone please pay attention to the position profit and loss. It's below the current price in blue. The current price is in blue and the position profit and loss is minus 9.69. Then pay attention to the estimated holding profit and loss, which is below the estimated average price. Type in an amount of $1,000.
Okay, under USDT, right?
Yes, please. Type in $1,000.
I did.
Can you guys see that? Look at the estimated holding profit and loss. It's now minus 1.79 compared to the position profit and loss of minus 9.69. So you're minimizing the floating loss. But Instead of doing manual replenishment of $1,000 to bring down this floating loss by such a nice percentage, you can use that $1,000 to trade manually. You guys understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So another smart idea for you, Mr. Don Wazzy.
Yeah.
Are you staying alone? Do you stay alone, sir?
Yeah. You mean right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have nobody around you during the day, no sibling, no girlfriend, no boyfriend.
The only person that comes here is my younger brother.
Yes, perfect. So now, how old is your brother?
Yeah, he's been an adult.
Yes, so let him open up a UB account, register with an email address, put his first name and surname, register with an email address, and you manual trade from his UB.
Yeah.
You understand? Using the same bot, you fund that account. You understand? When you would just be using, or rather get him a bot. Yes. Get him a bot, at least $120 for his bot, and start trading on his UB. Whilst you wait for the floating loss here and you be a bag holder of these coins. These coins are not shit coins. Even if it means you must hold on to these coins for 12 months, you'll see at the end of 12 months, you're going to get more money than what you would have gotten if you had left this money in the bank. It's crypto and it's good coins. So that's another option. But if you want to do manual replenishment and you have this type of money to do manual replenishment, then go ahead and do that. However, I would rather take that $1,000 and trade manually with it and make more profit. Make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, guys. Okay.
I got what you actually meant. Actually, I have already been doing my best in sharing the business, and
yes.
I believe that it's gonna work out. It only depends, here in Asia, we are having challenge because of language barrier and all the rest.
Understand.
Yeah,
Understand.
Indonesia, many of them are very much interested in the business, but because of the inability to communicate, because of the language issue, so it has been a little challenge for us here, you see. So I got what you taught here. Then another thing here I would like to draw your attention here is the prompt update on our various platforms, like the kind of coins that is very much good for one to go into manual trading, and also for the meeting time, because sometimes, I don't know, some of our leaders, there are some platform that will share the information before it can get to other groups. The time difference will be a little gap.
Yes. So with regards to those signals, we'll never put anyone at an unfair advantage. Never. We send it no matter what the time zone is in mind. At the time that it is sent, it is sent. And for this reason, I actually want to then just make close the group to admins only, and just post content within the groups that people can focus on this content. Because that's another one of the problems, is that many people are commenting, sending this, that, and the other, and it can confuse everyone, not allow people to focus on what they need to focus on. So we never put anyone at an unfair advantage, because when the signal is sent, remember we have you set a first preset buying amount. And so usually the signals get sent between 9 a.m. South African time and 12 midday South African time. And then that signal is actually coming maybe from France, and in France it's a different time. So you guys should be grateful and humble that you are getting the opportunity to get free signals that many other leaders will not even send their people. And for this reason, people are coming to me and saying, Coach Jay, I want to join your team because you're such a great teacher, and I want to buy another bot. I have one, but I want to buy another bot just to say thank you. And I'm coming onto your team. I don't expect any of you to do this, as long as you just stay plugged in and stay loyal to your inviter. But nothing is stopping you from having more than one bot. Okay, because on on Binance, you can actually create 30 APIs. So you can have 30 bots of your own if you want to and create 30 APIs. So there's a lot of money to be made here. When the signals are sent, we send it to all the groups within the first 15 minutes. And you actually have 15 minutes to set that trade. So that once you have used your 15 minutes in the 15-minute time frame, you'll be able to set your trade in such a way that you're going to make profit. So just keep an eye on that when the signal is sent.
Yeah.
And yeah, configure your margin calls. As you can see, the margin call on here, you don't have $1,028 to purchase.
That is where the last place I want to draw your attention. You know, when using a copy trade, is it advisable? Is it any harm or risk involved, like altering their settings? Maybe like when you come to margin configuration here, you can see by the fourth call here, you have 5.2. By the time you get to 7, you have 12. Then 128 times so then this, you know, before this has to be able to come out from the floating loss we're in now. Is it if someone utter anything here, maybe at the end of the day, you confirm it, does it have to affect it?
Yes, so remember, this is the preset settings that Royalq gives you. So you need to configure this based on the signal that you receive. Because if you don't have 32 times 10 amount of dollars in your exchange, and it won't be able to buy if the market drops by 8% on the 5th call. If you don't have 64 multiplied by 10, when the market drops by 10%, you won't be able to buy 64 times $10.
That's the issue.
So you need to change it one time, or two time, one time. You can set your trade setting based at your own discretion. And this is how you can play around with the app on trial and error. Now, what's nice to know is that if people aren't selfish, and maybe I'm using AI bot and you using QQ strategy and somebody else is using JD Winner, every circle strategy has their own margin configuration. Why don't we take screenshots of our margin configuration and share it with each other and say, hey, look, guys, I'm using AI bot. It's 30 margin calls. AI bot is the second most profitable trader. You can go ahead and manually trade using this trading strategy. And you don't pay a strategy fee, but you copy that circle leader strategy, and you configured your margin calls based on that strategy. So it's up to us to come together as a team and strategize accordingly, because now you may have a coin that is going into blue or close, like let's say minus 0.5%. When one of your coins is on minus 0.5% going into blue, share it to your group and say, hey guys, it looks like this coin is going into profit now, it's going to do well. Go ahead and take a one shot of 1.2%.
Very prompt information.
Yes. So we shouldn't be selfish, guys, and we shouldn't be to ourselves. We should share information in the groups, whether it be we sharing our margin configuration or whether it be we sharing an immediate signal, because now I can jump on that signal and know that there's a chance of me being able to take 1%. And even if I'm jumping on that signal by risking only $10, I'm going to get 1% of my $10. So let's work together. Let's make sure that we configure our margin configuration based on the trade settings that we have sent to the group. And then we take it from there, okay? All right.
All right. Yeah. I'm very much satisfied with your answer right now, because, you know, there are some things you cannot just do on yourself without getting the directive from the people that are already on the top. It's so that we learn on a daily basis. And there is need for us to work like a team, like you just cited out right now. It's very, very essential.
Yes.
Yeah, so that it can help everybody to be moving along. Because there is no point that maybe your dam liner is not moving and you are there getting the information and holding it or passing it to some other group, and without not circulating it. It does no good to the other platforms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Is
yes,
that
guys.
right?
So,
Yeah.
so yes, this is a people's business, and that's why Indonesians, Malaysians, and yeah, those top guys, Indians, they're doing well because they understand the essence of teamwork. And for my
Exactly.
people of my skin color in my country, they have this attitude of, you know what, I'm not gonna do my best. I'm not gonna make myself rich because when I'm gonna make myself rich, I'm also making Coach J rich, and I don't want to make Coach J rich. That's your own problem. Whether they like it or not, I'm gonna keep on moving on. And that's the same type of attitude that everyone should have: is that I am because of you, and let's embrace the spirit of what we call Ubuntu. So
Yeah.
yes, let's keep on pushing, guys. Thank you so much for staying on the call. It has been quite a long extended call, but once again, Coach J 123, you can message me on Telegram so that we can add it to the groups. And we need
Yeah.
to have a group, we need to have a group specifically focusing on those that want to do strictly just one shots. And we need to have a group focusing on those who have a little bit more capital to do the cycle strategy. And then
Exactly.
and then another group focusing on the strategy mode.
It's all right. I'm already on the Telegram. And the another thing I would like to solicit from you, I don't know if you people can do all such favor, like in Indonesia here, to get in touch with those that have been on top here, so that maybe if there is need, like, some of their brethren here can speak English, even it's not that efficient enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that we can reach in touch with them to see how we can avoid the challenges we are having with some of their brothers and sisters who have interest to join the business, but because of the inability to communicate in English, they feel so being so timid and shy away, or like being so, they will tell you that they are stupid, that kind of a thing.
I understand. Guys, there is Zoom calls in different languages, and these calls are shared in different Telegram groups. So yeah, you can even search on Telegram Royalq Indonesia. You come into the group and see the Zoom links that are posted there, and invite your people that surround you that is speaking that language. Invite them to that call, and you're gonna hear it straight from a V6 member or a member that is not V1. So all those on the call that are on V2, I encourage you to start doing your own Zoom calls. Do Zoom calls if you're V2. With V1, work towards getting to V2 because now you have 20 people in your team and you can have more intimate calls with 20 people at a time. So guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your
so
effort.
much. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
you're
Thank
welcome,
you
and
so
we look
much.
forward to seeing you all make money to Christmas and
Amen.
beyond. Remember, our robot is not taking any breaks, not taking any days off.
Yeah.
Our robot doesn't sleep. Our robot is not allergic to money. Our robot doesn't get sick. So we need to share with as many people as we possibly can. Thank you so much for joining, guys, and God bless. Godspeed. See you guys later.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.